Hello students, welcome back to the class. During the last class we have discussed about what are the various types of terrorism. Okay, we'll go forward here. In the last class we have discussed about emergence of terrorism. This is one of the grave danger for our mankind which they are facing in 21st century. Because of the emergence of the terrorism our mankind is facing, this is one of the greatest danger in the 21st century, and this is facing all over the globe. Okay. Why? Next point is, if you see, this is a global menace. This is not only the problem regarding one particular religion, but terrorism is a problem which is mainly expanding all over the globe, and this is a great danger for our peace, prosperity as well as development of society. So that is one of the greatest danger. So terrorism is the greatest danger for the peace, prosperity as well as development. There will be no development if there is a terrorism. If the terrorist activities are involving, there will be no peace, there will be no development in the society. That is one point. Next, when we are going forward, according to the second Administrative Reform Commission, they presented the Indian report. In that Indian report in 2008, what they have classified? Second Administrative Reform Commission. Okay. So second Administrative Reform Commission, in the Indian report they have published that there are nearly 5 important types of terrorism. We have seen that ethno-nationalist terrorism, religious terrorism, ideological oriented terrorism, state sponsored terrorism, narco terrorism. These are the 5 important types of terrorism. In the last class we have discussed about ethno-nationalist terrorism. In this point, some of the terrorist groups, what they demanded, they wanted a secessions. They wanted a separation, or they wanted a secessions from Indian territory. Okay, in the ethno-nationalist terrorism we have discussed that they are demanding that separate state should be given out of the country. So they demanded the separate state should be given out of the country from the Indian Federation. So far we have already seen that there are few peoples have demanded separate state out of the country, such as Khalistan. The demand of Khalistan, which is quite popular in Punjab. Okay, in Punjab there was a leader called Bhindranwale who demanded that separate 6 states should be created, and that is called as Khalistan. Similarly, in Jammu Kashmir also the separation demand is going on, so they wanted a separate state out of the country. In Nagaland also there was a similar demand which is going on, so they are demanding a great Nagaland should be given. Okay, the great Nagaland should be given out of the country. But today if you see almost all the demand, okay, the government have fulfill the internal demand, okay, without forming the separate state. Okay, now the people are very happy. Okay, now there is no demand which is going on in these 3 states. Okay, almost government is planning to develop in internal areas. So here we have seen that in these types of terrorism where the terrorist will demand a separate state out of the country, that type of terrorism is called as ethno-nationalist terrorism. Okay, so such as we have seen the demand of Khalistan, Nagaland, or demand of separate Jammu Kashmir from out of the country. So whenever these types of demand is going on, this is called as ethno-nationalist terrorism. Now children, we are going for the second point, which is called as religious terrorism. In religious terrorism, what we will see that this terrorism is completely perpetuated, everlasting, and which will be quite valid from all the time. So this is quite everlasting and valid for all the time. So these types of religious terrorisms can be perpetuated in the name of religion as well as fundamentalism. So they will give more importance. These types of terrorisms will be involved in the name of religion. So this type of terrorisms, whenever they are involving in the name of religion, then that is called as religious terrorism. For example, children, already we have discussed in the last class the 2008 to 9 Mumbai. Okay, 2008. During this period, the Mumbai was we can find in Mumbai the bomb blast. A series of bomb blasts have took place in various parts of the country. So the terrorist groups have targeted the railway stations. They have targeted Leopold Cave. They have targeted some hotels such as Taj Hotel, Oberoi Hotel. These are the important hotels they have targeted. So in different places, the terrorist peoples have targeted in Mumbai. A series of bomb blasts took place in 2008, which killed nearly 165 people have lost their life, and overall 350 people have injured, and 25 people which are belongs to the other countries, they too have lost their life. Foreigner peoples were also have lost their life. So here here the point is when such types of attack. So in here we can find the terrorists have attacked Mumbai on 26 November 2008. Similarly, other attack took place in different parts of the country. Not only in Mumbai, this is one point, but there are some other attacks in different parts of the country. Okay, so this attack was mainly conducted by ISI from Pakistan. ISI in the sense Inter-Service Intelligence. So this attack was mainly conducted by the ISI of Pakistan, and this types of terrorism is considered as religious terrorism because this is mainly conducting in the name of religion. Whenever this religious activities are conducted, religious terrorism is conducted in the name of religion, then that is called religious terrorism. This is also called as jihadi terrorism. Okay, jihadi terrorism. So this is the point. So what we have discussed about the point of terrorism. So we have discussed that emergence of terrorism is one of the grave danger for the mankind which they are facing in 21st century. Today in 21st century we are not facing a problem with any diseases. The main thing we are facing a problem with one of the global problem which is called as terrorism. Terrorism is one of the greatest problem. Terrorism, already I said you, this terrorism is an unlawful activities, okay, unlawful activities against civilians. Whenever the activities which are not lawful, when the activities are quite unlawful activities against civilians were called as terrorism. Terrorism is a global menace. So terrorism is not only restraining to the particular place, but this is spreading all over the globe. And whatever the places which are involving terrorist activities, there is a danger for the peace, prosperity as well as development of society. So there is a great problem for the peace, prosperity as well as development of any society. If you see here, second Administrative Reform Commission, in the second Administrative Reform Commission they submitted the report and they classified in 2008. That Reform Commission have classified that terrorisms are mainly classified into nearly 5 types, such as one is called ethno-nationalist terrorism, one is called religious terrorism, one is called ideology oriented terrorism, one is called state sponsored terrorism, and one is called as narco terrorism. So when we are talking about ethno-nationalist terrorism, in these types of terrorism, some of the terrorist leaders, what they will demand, a secession from India, separation from India. First point. Second point, they will demand that a separate state should be created from Indian federalism. They wanted completely separate state. So far we can find in some parts of the states the demand was met, a separate state wanted to create out of the country, such as the demand of Khalistan which was started in Punjab in 1970. During 1970, the in some Punjab we can find there are some leaders, terrorist leaders have demanded a separate state should be given which should be considered as Khalistan. So this is one point. Second thing, a separate state, the demand went in Nagaland as a great Nagaland. So Nagaland peoples were also demanded that separate state should be given to them as a great Nagaland. And on the other hand, Jammu Kashmir also the separate state they have demanded, but almost all the conditions were fulfilled by the Indian government without dividing the separate state. All the problems were solved. But whenever these types of demand is going on, whenever the religious leaders, whenever the terrorist leaders, when they will demand secession from out of the country, these types of terrorism is called as ethno-nationalist terrorism we can find. Second, we have found religious terrorism. In this what we have discussed. So these types of terrorism is completely everlasting, and this type of terrorism will be involved in the name of religion. Okay. Now here if you see that attack in Mumbai on 26 November 2008, this is an example of religious terrorism. Okay. Here if you see most of the people in Mumbai, they were quite innocent, and this incident we have seen that in Mumbai the series of bomb blasts took place in Maharashtra, in different parts of the country. Terrorist peoples are mainly targeting the densely populated regions, whatever the areas where the population is very high. So terrorist peoples are mainly targeting the densely populated regions. For example, in Mumbai they have targeted railway station, Leopold Cave, they have targeted, okay, and they have targeted some public places were being targeted, like hotels like Oberoi, Taj Hotel. These are the main hotels were targeted, killing from various parts of Mumbai. 165 people have lost their life in this terrorist activity. This is one of the biggest terrorist activities which India never experienced ever before also. Ever before, the terrorist activities took place, but the death rates were very small. But in these terrorist activities which are involving in Mumbai, the number of people who lost their life, 165 people, which includes 25 people are mainly belongs to the foreign nation. And overall, if you see the injuries, nearly 300, more than 300 people were met with injuries. Similarly, not only in Mumbai, in various parts of the countries also, in different parts of the countries, if you see, the terrorist activities were involved, and mainly these operations were conducted by ISI, one of the agency in Pakistan, which is called as Inter-Service Intelligence. So these types of terrorism which are mainly conducted in the name of religion, that is called as religious terrorism, or this is also called as jihadi terrorism. Okay students, so we will meet you in the next class and we will discuss with the ideology oriented terrorism. Thank you very much. We will meet you in the next class students.